That is the sound of the jar of names. We're going to get out a name. This video is for everyone, including but not excluded to Overlord Master, who I believe is a new subscriber who was very excited about the last week's podcast. So he's watching today. Well, welcome to A Cup of Tea in a Podcast. This is A Cup of Tea in a Podcast. This is a cup of tea. And this bit is the podcast. Right, so where's my... There it is. So yes, welcome to the podcast again. I think that's about it for the introduction. Apart from a skip list. If you want to jump ahead in this podcast, you could go down to my skip list, which should be my first comment. You can go to this week's update, this week's topic, this week's book club, this week's question, and this week's goals. But let's start with update. So, last update we had, because this is obviously not out on a Monday, but it still has the Monday title, because, you know, I like to have those details properly aligned and everything. But yeah, it's should be out on a Friday, maybe even Saturday morning. But basically, yes, the videos I was uploading to get back on the schedule, I'm uploaded last week's in 4 days, and now I need to sort of catch up with the week that we're still on. So obviously, this is the latest podcast. It's just slightly late because of last week being late, which you should know about if you watched the last podcast. But yeah, everything up to date now. The last one was uploaded a few minutes ago. Now recording the podcast, and then I'll start uploading the last 2 Assassin's Creed episodes, and then the 4 or 5 Fable Adventure videos. Because that is it, yes, because that's the other piece of updated news. Assassin's Creed Revelations is being finished this week. 2 episodes this week, roughly about half an hour each. One of them's a little bit shorter, but that's that, and that'll be finished. New Let's Play next week. Talk more about that in the next podcast, whenever that gets released. Hopefully Tuesday. Maybe Monday, depends on how well I can get videos uploaded. And namely rendered. Because unfortunately I had some bad internet when E3 was going on, which obviously didn't help my plan of getting up to date on by Wednesday. But it seems better now that E3 is finished. Typical. So that's why I'm uploading a few things better now. But those Fable Adventures, they take a while to upload. They are hefty files, they are. Anyway, is that it for the update? No, not yet. Like I said last podcast, I've got a few more things left to do for the college stuff. That has all been finished now. I've now finished it completely. I've now got 12 weeks off. So that means I'm free to catch up with stuff. And probably when these videos get back to normal is when I will see the goal for this week to see what that would entail. But now we can get on to topic. So let's go with names. So this is the podcast. That's what you're listening to right now. And the next episode you'll see is an Assassin's Creed one called Destined to Die. A very dark title. But quite a funny result as to why it's called that. Then not Tuesday, it'll be the next one after that, will be a Fable adventure called Darkwood Doubters. Quite a good little episode, that. And the video after that will be the last Assassin's Creed Revelations video. And remember, the title has something to do with the first title. The first title was Increasive Knowledge, so this one is called Increasive Sorrow, because it's like that Assassin's Creed saying, so that's why it's called that. Then the episode after that should be the new Let's Play, because that's how the game slots work. Game slot 2 is a Tuesday and a Thursday, so as soon as Assassin's Creed Revelations finishes, it should be the new one on the next. It should change as soon as it finishes, but this week it's not, because it'll be silly for me just to record half an hour of the next Let's Play, so I'm going to just wait until next week. So in that sense, that episode after the final Assassin's Creed Revelations will be a Fable adventure, and that will be called Home Time. And then we'll have 2 more episodes of a Fable adventure this week. One is called Hobcave Redemption. It's quite a nice little episode. And we've got Oakvale Pointing as well, because we get to a new town, and it's a very short one, but things get happened. So yeah, a lot of a Fable adventure because of the finishing of the Assassin's Creed Revelations. But next week will be, well, I say next week. It will be next week. Will be the new Assassin's Creed video. Will be the new Let's Play, which we'll not say just yet. I'll say that in the next episode, but you can probably find out if you watch Increasive Sorrow. I tell you what it is in that. I think. Do I? I think I do. I can't remember actually. But anyway, there'll be a next Let's Play video out soon as well. That'll hopefully be out. Probably the same time as the next podcast. Maybe just before or just after. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide. Okay, and there will be a video this week, there will be another couple of adventure videos soon called the E3 video, because E3 is finished. I'm just catching up because obviously my internet went down for a lot of the live streams, not the main one, the press conferences, the other ones, on the days. So I'm catching up with all that stuff now, just forming a script. I'll hopefully record that tomorrow and then release it tomorrow as well, because it'll only be quite a short, easy-ish episode of Couple Adventure, but we'll see that later, and I'll tell you more about it in the next podcast. Right, let's get on to book club. So this week I have not watched any TV shows, which is not why I have not done a TV show, TV time. And I have not read any of my books, unfortunately, so I can't really do a book club. However, Max Ravage actually left a comment about the book club, so I'm going to do it that way round. He says, lately he's been reading The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka to his fiancée as she goes to sleep. Such a romantic. It is a peculiar and interesting book. Yes, I've not heard about it, so hopefully you can let us know a little bit more about it. But it's nice that actually somebody else has started to do the book club thing. It's actually kind of evolving as it goes along, and that's why I've included it this week. Thank you very much, Max. Right then, let's go on to community. Yes, let's go on to Mention Monday now then. So these are the people that commented on last week's videos. I say last week, they were the videos uploaded since the last podcast up until now. So we have Max Ravage, Overlord Master, Nick Pro, 40k Warrior Man, AC Videos, Tizo Shi Shiama Tizo, Horia, and Small Snake G. So yes, thank you all for commenting on last week's videos. I'm sorry they were a little bit in a crazy day order, but they were out after all, and I hope you enjoyed them. Fable Adventure seems to be getting a lot of good responses so far. Like, everyone seems to really enjoy it. Lots of comments on it. So if you like it, let me know, and I'll probably do. I will be doing the next ones in the future as well. But let me know if that's what you like and stuff like that. Just tell me what you think, because most people seem to be liking it so far. Right, let's go on to the next bit, which is the Q&A. We have 2 questions this week. One from Max Ravage, who says, question, if you had to live in a fictional world as a hero, it could be any world from books, movies, TV shows, or games, what world would you live in? I actually don't know. This is such a good question, and my answer is going to be absolutely terrible. Although I think I might have an idea. I would say the Assassin's Creed universe, but I think if you lived in that, there would be a lot of on the run, running around and stuff, and that would not be the best sort of thing to live in. I wouldn't mind being a time traveller. Not Doctor Who, though. Like, I'm trying to think of, I'm not sure what sort of time travel, but time travel would be quite cool, so, but I can't really think of one. But something that would be quite cool to live in, and I think I would love to live in, would be the Avatar universe. Like, we've been talking about it a lot recently with Fable Adventure and stuff, but I think that would be a great universe to live in, just being like, controlling the elements and stuff like that. That would be quite cool, especially being the Avatar. But yeah, if failing that, it would be a time travelling universe. I'm not sure what one, but a nice one. Very nice. A nice one. Or How to Train Your Dragon. That would be quite a cool universe. But yeah, one of those ones, because it's such a good question. I just don't have any good answers, unfortunately. And we have a new question from the new subscriber, the new community member, Overlord Master, who says, what is your favourite game? Now, I've said this before, but of course, like I said, you're new to the community. So, I will give it away again. I have like my top 3, 4, 5 maybe. First, 1 or 2 slots go to, it's a bit of a mix between either Ratchet and Clank. As a child, favourite game. Obsessed I was. Great game, loved them all. Then it's between Assassin's Creed, like all of the series. It's always a mixture between the two. At the moment, it's probably going to be Assassin's Creed because I'm playing that a lot more than I am with Ratchet and Clank. But Ratchet and Clank is still such a good game, and when it always switches around depending on which one I'm playing first. After that, it used to be Overlord, but Overlord's gone a bit downhill with Fellowship of Evil, and that sort of kills. I feel like it killed the franchise, so it sort of brings it down a little bit for me, my tastes. So that'll probably be my 4th favourite game now. Third one will have to be Beyond Good and Evil. I love that game. I've done a Let's Play of it. It's absolutely fantastic. There has been some news from E3 about it. Michel Ancel, the big headshot at Ubisoft, has said that it's not been cancelled, it's still in the works, and it's still coming sometime in the future, which is good. Never give up hope. Always believe. So yeah, that's my 3rd favourite game. And then after that it sort of gets into sort of like maybe not. And like I said, Overlord's gone down a bit now as well. But that's probably my top 4, I'll say. At least for now. Okay. Right then, so that's a very good question. Let's move on now to subscribers. I think something might be going wrong with subscriber counts because we've gone up 14 names. It was 1,185. It's now 1,199. I feel like YouTube might be bugging out because I've heard something like that before, but for some reason, I don't believe that's true. I'm grateful if it is, but if it's not true, then obviously we'll expect it to go down in the future. So try not to be very upset when that happens. For me being upset, you won't be upset. Wouldn't matter to you at all. But to me, it would make me upset. But we'll try not to. I suspect that's happening. All right, but yeah, this week we have new community members. We should welcome Tyler Burgess, and the name that I can never say in one go, AC Videos, Tizio, Shalama, Tizio. I did it. That was not cut or anything. But yes, welcome to the community. Nice to see some comments from the AC Video. I'm not saying the rest of that name again, but from AC Video, TCC, Shilla, Tizo. Nice to see those videos again. But yes, videos, nice to see nice to see your comments. That was very nice to see you around. But yes, welcome to the community. Right, so last week's question was about E3. What are you looking forward to? So I can use it in the video, which is hopefully coming out soon. Let's see what responses we had, shall we? We had three main answers. We had Max Ravage, who says he's not really looking for anything interesting except for Star Wars stuff. So what do we have from Star Wars? We've got some VR stuff and some future releases of third-person story-related games, which look quite good because there's mocap Star Wars fights, which is going to be amazing. But yeah, nothing yet. And Nick Pro says #Battlefield 1. Yep, looks good. Not my sort of game, but it looks good. Right, and like I said, I'll talk more about all this sort of stuff and my reactions to it in my E3 video, which is coming out soon, hopefully. Right. Now this week's question, basically the same as what it was, but it's more of a different now. Now that E3 is now finished, what games are you been surprised by, or what are you looking forward to more now that it's finished? I haven't got my list with me. I've got a large list. I'm trying to think of one that I was not expecting. Sony was amazing though. I don't want to spoil my sort of like who won E3 thing, which I'm going to do that podcast. So I'll talk about that later. But podcasting that video of E3. Just trying to quickly go through, see which new release one. I'm trying to think of one that's not been recalled. Oh, that's from last year as well. Just trying to find something that we haven't seen last year or hasn't had a sequel, like a new original title. I'm trying to find. Days Gone looks good, but it's not really my sort of game. Well, it is, but it's actually hard to try and find. Detroit Become Human is very good. I'm very impressed by that. And that's about it I found. Oh, and the new Spider-Man from Insomniac Games. That's a new one as well. Sort of is it actually I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, basically. So what games are you looking forward to more now that you weren't really expecting before? Like if you sort of heard about it last E3, like Horizon Zero Dawn, I could have said as well because that game I'm looking forward to. Like yeah, which one are you looking forward to more now? Probably not the answers you've already given. Like Battlefield 1. Let's go for something else. See what else you're looking forward to. But yeah, that's this week's question as well. Just out of interest, really. Right, question. I need to change my thing. Do I? I do. Right. So this week's comment, we didn't have it last week, but we have it this week because I remembered. It goes to something we've already covered today. It goes to Max Ravage about his book club. He's the first person to ever sort of get involved with a book club. I say that now. I'm probably wrong. I'm 85% sure I'm right that no one else has done the book club before. And now I feel like I'm less likely because I feel like someone else has done this before. Unfortunate. Well, anyway, this comment was still a good comment because it's sort of like the way he sort of laid it out, Max did. He did like the question for this week. He did the question from last week. He did something else as well, which I'm scrolling back through my list now to find out. He did Q&A, asked me a question, that was good. Did the book club, that was good. And there was one more. What am I missing? Oh yeah, it was the question from last week as well, yeah. So question from last week. No, I've already said that. So new question for me, question that I asked him last week, and then he did the book club as well. Yes, I like that. That's how he got this week's comment because he sort of like structured it all out and sort of covered everything, and it's really good. And I liked it. Very informative and very useful for the podcast as well. Oh yes, And we have a birthday this week. So a very, very happy birthday to Nick Pro, whose birthday is on the Friday, which is today. Maybe yesterday, depending on what time this goes live. But yes, it was on the 17th. So happy birthday, or happy belated birthday to Nick Pro. Happy birthday, and hope you have a good one. These tenses, they're hard. Right, let's go on to goals quickly before we run out of time. Yes, the goals for last week was to catch up on those videos. We have done that, sort of, because it wasn't really a timed limit. It was going to happen when it was going to happen anyway. So that was completed. So this week's goals are to properly catch up, like get back onto my proper schedule where one video a day, sometimes two, on normal days and stuff like that. Hopefully you should have them by about Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what happens. And then after that, the goals is going to be to start getting a couple of adventure stuff done, like start to plan out next quarters, like quarter 3, and then make the ones that we haven't done yet and release them. I've got a few recorded already, so I just need to edit them. So hopefully we'll have one up, excluding the E3 one. So hopefully we'll have another one up by the end of... it won't be next podcast, would it? Oh yeah, so by the next podcast, I want to have... Actually, those goals really don't work. Never mind, ignore those goals. Alright, by the next podcast, I want the E3 video to be done. There it was. That's this week's goal. Right, anyway, let's finish this cup of tea because we've come to an end now. Good, right, another week of catching up. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we get back to normal. I was going to try something out, actually. I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah, I was going to try out a new recording technique, but ain't got time now. But yeah, so that's it then. So for this podcast, thank you all to your new commenters, especially with Overlord Master. He seems to be a new big community member, so everyone wish him a welcome and introduce yourselves. We are a nice little knit community here, nice little family, as you would. But yeah, that's it then. Right, so I will leave you now with what film? So what film? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What do? We swim, swim, swim.